This week sees Blackburn Rovers taking on Preston North End over at Deepdale. But is this match actually a derby? We're going to talk about that and much more next. That's right, folks, back once again with another video. Today it is Preston versus Blackburn. It is, of course, a Lancashire affair, goodness gracious me, but can you class it as a derby? That's the question at hand, and hopefully we're going to answer it. We'll get into it in a second. Big shout out to the members and the patrons, you know who you are, and a big shout out to you guys, that's right. So make sure you subscribe. Your one-stop shop for Blackburn Rovers is right here. Not only do I ask the lads about, of course, the match itself, but also see if they can get a prediction out of them, and we'll see just what they say in a second. Again, if you know, hit the subscribe. Let me know your thoughts about the game and much more as we dig deep into this one. Local team, if I can get them on the screen, Preston North End, the Spud Bros. Take on
Anyone
the
else going?
Spud Bros. You must be all going, right?
I'll be there. I'm going to be there.
It'd be
I got my
fantastic.
ticket.
But from right to left, we're going to go Jonty first. Is it a derby?
Well, if you ask the Preston fans, yes, it is. Me personally, do you know what I mean? I when they were sat in League One for such a long time, when they went to Wembley for the playoff finals, I was actually backing Preston. I wanted Preston to win because I just thought, yeah, great club, lots and lots of history like ourselves, and one of the founder members. And I've got a lot of friends that are Preston fans, and they're lovely, genuine guys. But then they keep beating us, and I've started to boil my piss. So I hate them. I hate them with a passion. No, I don't. Is it a derby? It's a soft derby for me. It's I guess it's only recent, probably 3-4 seasons ago, that I came out the away end with my brother, and we just made our way merrily back to the car, and there was this huge fight breaking out between Blackburn and Preston fans, and I've not seen that for a while. So I think it's more of a derby for Preston than it is Blackburn, but it's becoming a little bit frustrating that we don't do very well against our sheep shagging neighbour. Did I say that out loud? Or friends from down the road?
What were you, Denver? What's your thoughts on this match?
I'm very much the same with John, but I think for maybe me and Jacob, it's a bit more. We've kind of played them a lot in our time supporting Rovers, but even so, it is like you feel the animosity more so from them, and they one up us maybe because of that disparity for so long. We have been the best Lancashire team. I think I can safely say that without seeming like an arrogant bastard on a Blackburn podcast. But we're one of the best Lancashire teams for a long period of time. So now that we're in a level playing field, maybe even they're better. Currently this season they are. That they'd like to get one over on us, which is fair enough. But because as we are, they are our closest rivals. If you look at us as rivals, and yeah, I'd see it as a derby. But again, like Jonty said, a soft one at that. Like you look at them and you go, yeah. I'm not bothered if I'm really not bothered how you guys do. Really, ideally, I'd like to beat you, but I'd like to beat everyone in the league. It's nothing special, especially to Preston. But yeah, like I said, my first time I ever went away to Derby was last season, and I'll be going again this Friday. But yeah, no, of course it's not. But then I'd say they're more of a derby. I'd rather beat Preston. Have a bit more like, that's the game I want to win, more than I'd say a Bolton or a Wigan or a Blackpool, and even stretching for more. Like I really couldn't care less going further than that. But I'll say Preston. Yeah, sure. It's like Accrington, right? It's like Accrington. They're our local rivals, but I couldn't care much more. But yeah,
does it have a little bit more to it this time, considering the Osminich bite from last season that still leaves a nasty taste in the mouth, Mr. Haben?
Oh yes.
Really? He plays. Yeah. The guy who got bit plays for Derby now. I'm not.
Well, hey, it's still just that little scrote of a player, doing.
He's banned now, though, isn't he?
He is banned. He is banned.
Yeah. It's always nice to beat Preston. So yeah, I feel like it's going to be tough because they're third in the form guide after the last 4 matches. And it's away, so they're obviously doing quite decently well at the moment. So it's going to be tough, but I like to think we can go there. If we can go to Bristol City and win, we can go to Preston and win. So, yeah, I don't see why not.
Yeah, and I think our recent run at Deepdale has not been that bad. It's just, again, at Ewood against Preston's been pretty grim. Mr. Proper Northern, are you going Deepdale?
I'm going to be going, yeah, Dirk. I think in terms of derbies, I would agree with kind of Jonty's assessment. It's a soft derby. I wouldn't agree with Denver. I'd put it on the same level as Bolton and Wigan personally. I think they're all, obviously, it's Burnley at the top. And then, yeah, I'd say Preston, Bolton, Wigan. Any other clubs I wouldn't class as a sort of rivalry or derby. I mean, I don't think Blackpool, we've had joint protests together and things like that. I wouldn't consider Blackpool a rivalry. And then I think Oldham like to think they've got one against us, but they really don't. I's taking it to another level. But yeah, the games always have a little bit of bite, pun intended. And yeah, I mean, even when we beat them 4-1 a few seasons ago, Jonty mentioned about walking down the street and the fights breaking out. I remember walking down the street after that game after we just battered them 4-1 and all the Rovers fans just pouring out onto the streets with the colours and nothing happened. So, whereas if that were Burnley and we just battered Burnley 4-1, you can almost guarantee there'd be fighting going on, jumping us as we were leaving. So I think that kind of puts it into perspective for me.
And of course, the game is Friday night. A couple of you guys going. Jonty, we'll start with you. Score prediction, please.
I've gone for a Preston win, to be fair. I think, I don't want to peak too soon, but I see them as serious promotion contenders in terms of, I don't think they'll make automatics. I think they'll be there in the playoffs. I think their manager's brilliant. I think he's really, really good. So, no, I think... I think they'll do well this season. They had a lot of changes at the start of the season, and this is why, we normally hide behind the excuses that, we've got a new squad and they're still gelling and stuff like that. Preston, equally have had a new squad, but they've not had the excuse of gelling. They've just cracked on with it, and they're doing really well. And I can see that being consistent throughout the season. Yeah, there's going to be ups and downs. There's going to be twists and turns, but I think, come hell or high water, I think they'll be there or thereabouts at the end of the season. Not quite promotion, automatic promotion, but I think certainly playoffs, definitely. Yeah.
Well, if you don't know Jonty by now, he does like to play the reverse psychology. So I'm just throwing that out there. So he does. He may say that he means all that, but deep down we know what he's thinking.
Preston 2, Blackburn 0. That's what I'm going for.
Yes. Hopping along, Denver. You're going to be there. You want to see some goals. How are you seeing it playing out?
Before I answer this question, Jonty, you're going to the game, yeah?
Yes, mate.
So we've lost. So that's the end of it. We don't need to go any further. No.
To be fair, Dev, I've got a ticket. Whether I turn up or whether I don't remains to be seen. If you want to fight me and keep me outside the ground, you're more than welcome to, mate. So
Jonty, I'm coming to stand next year at that game because I feel like I'm not seeing you in a while. To be fair,
it's been a while. But remember our track history so far this season.
I know.
Last time we stood together was Hull 3-0 winners. So mate, we're gonna be hugging like we're lovers, mate.
We already are. But when you left then, Jonty, I thought you were going to go grab some more away shirts for us to have a look at.
No, mate. Just,
anyway,
an old man bladder.
Preston, Blackburn. I feel like, of course, I want us to win, and last time it was a 0-0 dead rubber early on in the season. I think it was my first or one of my second game maybe back from the States when I did that, but I can only see a Preston win here because they're on a roll, unfortunately. I'll away from home, there's a bit of a rival atmosphere, as some may say. I'd say maybe a 2-1 potentially. We might get a goal.
Put some sanity into these guys here, Mr. Haben.
Oh,
Preston.
oh,
Just the last man to bring sanity to a conversation,
yeah.
Dave.
That's
If you want sanity, maybe a draw.
Mm? We don't draw many, but hey, this could be the start of a
A hard-fought draw.
maybe. Is that what you're going for? Score draw?
Yeah. Score draw like 1-1 probably. I don't know, or maybe 2-2.
That's a goal fest right there. Jacob,
Yeah,
you got any changes on that bad boy?
but with lots of bookings.
Lots of booking, a lot of fighting,
Yeah,
scrapping it out.
maybe some red cards.
Oof, no. Gotta keep them suspense.
Hopefully,
I,
just
I,
for Preston.
Yeah.
I'm not sure we've got the players for this sort of match. To be honest, Dirk, I think we saw against Derby that our lads kind of got bullied a little bit, and I think away from home at Preston side that's got a lot more experience than us, and I don't really know much about the Preston side, but I can almost guarantee that they've got more thuggish players than we have. I think our lads will just get bullied, to be quite honest with you. So I can see this being.
Miller will take them all on. Sort them all out.
Well, yeah, we have Miller, to be fair, but my worry is that midfield, just the midfield battle there, and obviously the notable omission this season is not having Travis in there. I think in a game like this, you'll really miss him. Just kind of putting those fouls in and winding the opposition players up. He's brilliant in these sort of games. So yeah, I think he'll be sorely missed, and I think I can probably see us losing this 2-0, maybe if not more.
Have we got
And
Taylor Hickman, Gardner, Hickman, Taylor Hickman?
yeah, he's got some. He's got some.
Isn't he?
I don't know if he is. I know Sondra obviously had the 1 game ban, so he'll be back. But
Did Taylor Gardner Hickman pick up his 5th yellow card against Derby? I only know this because I heard it on Sky Sports. I was fortunate enough to be watching that on TV, not live at the game. But I'm sure he picked up his 5th yellow, and I'm sure they said, unless I dreamt it, but.
I think you're right. I think he could.
If he had, that's a shame because he would have been that's similar sort of player to Travis as we saw when he took on like 4 or 5 men the other week against Southampton, was it?
Yeah.
But yeah, I think a 2-0 loss. And if you want my prediction for Preston, I think they just do what Blackburn always do. They always bottle it at the final hurdle when it comes to playoffs. So I think they'll bottle it, and like they usually do, Dirk.
Yeah.
Anyway, come on, Rovers. We're all
Come on, Rovers. Well, I'm going to go against all of you lot. I'm going for a 1-0 win. Rovers will snatch it. I'm going to
Come on.
Yes, believe.
Come
Look
on.
at that. The only concern is Pears is in between the nets. I just realised that, so that puts them in doubt.
Catwell potentially could be back in it, and Hayden Carter is back in the squad, isn't he?
Yeah, and I think
maybe.
Ronstadt being back is also a benefit to us. I don't know who will partner him. Will it be Sydney? Will it be Montgomery? Will it be Forshaw? I don't know. I just think we're going to
Axel Henriksen.
Yeah.
Axel, yeah. I don't know. I think with these 2 guys up top, they're scoring. Hashi's got goals now. Johnson's got a couple. They found a groove. So I'm going to go with a surprise 1-0 in front of the lights. And again, recent form at Deepdale has actually been better than it has. Appreciate that, lads. Appreciate you guys, of course, as well. So make sure you subscribe, smash the like, of course, give support to the channel. And, of course, hopefully Rovers can roll themselves on to a big, fat victory. And, of course, if you want to feature on one of these podcasts, let me know in the comments as well. But also let me know your score prediction for this upcoming game. I'll see you soon when we return. Of course, we've got the watch along very, very soon. But until then, we are out.